Yow! Is that too loud? Can you hear that? It's the sound of... I don't know. Well, go on everyone, Sanjae Uchiha here. Of course, as per usual, doing my last minute checks to make sure everything is looking crisp and clean with the stream. That rhymed, as Tyron Magnus would say. Hey, the game, not the player. Our bars. Wait, Darren, well, go on, you there? There, man, you know, fresh and thing in from the plantation, right? So you know how that goes. But there, brother, as per usual, it's the end of the month, so as we do here on Sanjae, which is the end of the month subscriber stream, where we talk all things anime, manga, or anything that the subscribers want to talk about, naturally. Yeah, normal thing. How is everyone else doing tonight? How is the stream looking though? That's a better question. How is the stream looking? Nope. Kyle, we don't have any dancing girls, dog. Unfortunately, we're not even using green screen tonight. I don't think we're gonna get to that, but I mean, even if I wanted some dancing girls on some poles, then I have to use like my green screen stuff, but then probably gonna pop it down. demon dancing girls. Okay, we might just have to oblige and facilitate that, because that sounds like it's something that could definitely work for me, to say the least. No. All right, so yeah, quality looking all right. Based on what I see. Feel like Ducky would have been too much for me and handle, dog. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Hold on. Yes. Yeah, font too small there. Okay, let's put that over there, I suppose. Yeah, give or take. Granted, I guess we could always switch to this over here. Yeah, fair enough. So I'll go on, gentle people. We hear you don't do versus vids. Nah, when I think about it, I don't think so. Throughout my entire catalog, I think I might just have maybe one, probably at most two. But no, I don't usually do versus vids. It's usually reactions to like anime episodes or manga chapters, discussion vids, prediction vids. I already had a random thing, but usually in terms of verses, I did try my hand in like what if vids like way earlier this year. Was it this year? Between last year and this year. Of course, the most successful ones are the most successful one is part one of What If Madara survived into the Boruto era. Vari Studios here will tell you, yeah, that's like one of the most successful What If videos I've done. People seem to love it. That part, just like most notably the part one for some reason. Me no know. So it is what it is. But let me look. I don't think. Answers True Exam Neji versus Sasuke. I don't remember what my stance was before, but in terms of True Exam, Sasuke versus Neji. It's still a tough call for me. Let me think. Because we had Sasuke fight Gar, right? Did much better than, well, I guess arguably better than Lee, arguably. I mean, we have a lot of statements from Tenten specifically regarding Neji's prowess, and we do see him, make decent work of Naruto before going into his, his Nine Tails chakra mode. Ish. Well, not really chakra mode, but you know what I mean. I feel like I'm almost leaning towards Neji. Almost. Yeah, because probably we could say from a speed standpoint, yeah, Sasuke would be faster than Neji. But if we are like comparing like that Nine Tails Cloak Naruto versus like Naruto versus like Lee and Sasuke, you could probably say probably on the same tier in terms of speed, perhaps. And of course, it's kind of hard dealing with the rotation when you get up close and personal, give or take. And it's still a level 2 Sharingan. So I don't know. I'm probably leaning towards Neji, to be honest. There is a Chidori, yes, but like unless Sasuke can create like some kind of Genjutsu situation where you can get in the Chidori, yeah, but other than that, clashing with the rotation, I'm actually not seeing Sasuke getting through. I'm seeing that more being more of like a stalemate. So yeah, and then I mean, apart from that, really and truly getting up close and personal with Neji, yeah, it's going to be, unless probably Sasuke forcefully activates the curse mark and catches Neji off guard, but to me, thinking about it, I feel like more times out of 10, more like Neji might just actually pull off the win. That's my stance right now. At least, don't kill me, don't crucify me. So, yeah. But funny enough, Darren, are you up to date with the Boruto manga? Well, you were in the podcast with Melo and the Clone Ninja podcast, so I assume you are up to date with Boruto, right? Yeah, I'm just try break it down from, because obviously we up to this day we still haven't had like a Sasuke versus Neji fight, unfortunately. So we have to kind of break it down from Naruto versus Neji and Sasuke versus Gaara, and just take into consideration everything at the time. So yeah, and more than likely, if it might be a case that, like, if it was like within the Chunin exam, probably Sasuke wouldn't have forcefully activated, the curse mark anyway. So I still think it would be a good match, but I still think it's leaning more in Neji's favor. And yeah, bro, Damon, calling Damon a monster is an understatement, honestly. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that because we'll be here for at least 2 hours. So the earliest we're ending is 9:30. Granted, I haven't even eaten dinner yet, but should be able to. I have some chicken seasoned, so if anything, once we're done, we just cook up something, and then we just take a piece of the chicken breast, slap that with some bread, and some cheese, and we're good. And for no, here's me. So basically that. But yeah, I actually wanted to talk about like my time on the Cloud Ninja podcast before diving into anything else, because honestly that was a pretty good experience, just hanging and chilling for those 3 hours with Melo, Bara, and Free Game. Pretty cool conversation for those 3 hours, because I mean, honestly, as I told them like during the stream, I didn't really watch much of their videos for the most part. It was only probably like 1 or 2 videos from Bara maybe, and only 1 or 2 from Melo maybe. I know about them because analytics wise, I mean, YouTube Studio does tell me that persons who watch my video, like, also watch their videos. So, kind of a shared audience for the most part. So, I'm aware of them. I know they're doing their thing. I know Bar is pretty big, like over, let me see. Yeah, Bara has like almost 70,000 subscribers. So, I'm more or less aware of them. So, I mean, I'm subscribed to them now, so I'll definitely be checking out more of their content as, time goes on. So, definitely, these guys are definitely putting in the work. I appreciate them actually reaching out and inviting me on. And maybe towards the end of September, if our schedules align, I wouldn't mind actually going back on the Cloud Ninja podcast again. So, there's that. More like after the next Boruto chapter, more than likely. But it was definitely a good vibe. I definitely love the whole, reaching out and just, we're all fans at the end of the day, and just having discussion time. No negativity, no, yo, I'm bigger than you are. No foolishness like that. Just having a discussion. Because at the end of the day, we're all people, all YouTubers. I mean, technically, as some persons would say, we are technically co-workers, aren't we? so right, Kyle? So it is what it is. So that was a good experience. And even outside of the Boruto and Naruto stuff, just having conversations and stuff regarding things outside of Naruto, like how we got into like Dragon Ball and all of that. So there's that. Yes, Kyle, we know. We know. Let's go with the May. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on. There's one thing I needed to check as well. thing I needed to check. Alright. So up and down, server. Yeah, so yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, so for tonight, as per usual, you guys who are like recurring people that come on the stream, you know, the Boruto, the One Piece, the Dragon Ball Super. But I wanted to talk about the upcoming fall season of anime because there's a lot of things coming up. You guys know me, I suck at getting into new things in terms of anime. Crazy enough. But there are a few things I'm looking forward to for the fall season. I mean, obviously on stream Bleach is one thing, but I actually wanted to kind of gauge everybody's expectations and what they're looking forward to the most coming because tomorrow is the start of September. Give or take 1 month and we're basically there. I mean, so yeah. I mean, a lot of things are coming back. I mean, Spy X Family, Bleach, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch From Mercury, which is something I'm really looking forward to. We've had a lot of like Gunpla based Gundam series, so getting something more in terms of mainstream Gundam. Looking forward to that as well. I mean, Chainsaw Man, a lot of things. Wait, Paradox? Dog, wagwan. How you stay, my youth? It's been a while. I'm trying to remember. You were in the was it the last stream or was it the stream before that? I vaguely recall you stopping by last stream, or if it was the stream before that, in terms of the subscriber stream. But anyway, more important, how you stay? How have things been for you? Life-wise and, you know, of course, anime and manga-wise, how, like, you're up to date with stuff? Yes, sir. Alright. So I mean, it's like anime just been super busy. Alright, yo, trust me, I know the vibe, honestly. Like between work and anime and you wanna watch this and this, like it would be easier if, like, you know, you are making tons of money from just covering and talking about anime, but you know, still have to juggle things on the plantation, and you know, yeah, try to reach certain goals by a certain time, and kind of feel like I get old, but all sorts of madness. Probably family issues here, maybe, just maybe. So I understand, totally understand. But I mean, in the rare moments like these, when you know, got some time and can all just chill, talk, catch up, you know, we're there. This year, text back. I'm trying to catch up with other shows. I still recommend Vermilion Gold, etchy as it is, but I mean, it's not gonna blow your mind narrative wise, but you know. Alright, Darren, yeah man, no pressure man. But yeah, I mean, totally get your Paradox, totally get you. Jumping in the last stream, it's been like, okay, you know, since I came on the live stream, just this whole career and I have family now. Oh wow, nice. Well, congrats on having a daughter, dog. Honestly, I mean, that must be like, to be honest, like just the thought of having a child to me right now just changes the whole dynamic. So I can, to be honest, only imagine. Kyle, are you where we for next now? Have twins. But yeah, Paradox, yeah, like honestly, I can only imagine that changes the dynamic completely. I can imagine, because so the responsibilities right now, can imagine just turn all the way up. She said no, so I'm hoping to be more on streams. Alright, well, you don't know, so we didn't plan to go anywhere, so we didn't even need more time before it become, you know, a bit more, you know, present again. We understand. Yeah, brother, adult. Yo, it's as me tell somebody since we know, like, no refund for this whole adult adulting thing at all. So, just overall rough, bro. More while I'm going to the supermarket and man say, yo, like by the time I pick up like one or two things, and it's like, yo, at least 10 G's, and it's like, yo, need to make some more money, dog. This is not cutting it. You know, honestly, it's actually insane. But not lie. But yeah, as Vanessa though, like I think like going into the fall anime season at least, like there's so many things that are going to like come up in terms of options for like anime and manga. Cause as I said, Spy X Family coming back, Chainsaw Man where everybody's hyping up, Bleach, Gundam. I think Uzaki-chan is coming back too, which I still haven't gotten into myself, much less. But boy, like the options are there. But like the definites for me will obviously be Bleach. More than I will be doing reactions. Yeah, My Hero too. I definitely be doing my reactions to Bleach. Of course, I did read the manga, you know, when it was weekly and finished it also. But I'm interested in seeing how they're going to probably patch things up with the anime adaptation, and if the additional lore-based things from like the novels, if they'll include it within the anime adaptation, so that it becomes like the definitive way to really experience the Thousand Year Blood War arc. Because I think anybody that knows me has known me for a while in terms of Bleach, One Piece, Naruto. I've always ranked Bleach as number 3 in terms of my rankings out of those 3. And I think for me, even though there's a lot of subtle, you know, storytelling, you know, I guess masterpieces, if I can put it that way, for Bleach, like I think connecting things to the broader lore for Bleach, I think is its weakness for me. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'm interested in seeing how they actually pull off the anime adaptation for that. Definitely will be watching Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. I'm a big Gundam fan. So I don't know if I'll be doing reactions, but I mean if it's something, then into the manga for Bleach, even though I hardly have time for it. But Var, minute thing say, oh, weren't you reading Bleach? Weren't you rereading, was it Bleach? Yeah, didn't you say you were rereading Bleach? Or reading Bleach? So that you could actually do some videos on it when the time comes? Or am I confused with the next series? Let me know. Yeah. So I don't have time for it. I mean, you used to watch Bleach anyway, didn't you? So I mean, then again, you'd have like only a month to catch up. I read up to all this stuff after the anime ended, but haven't really been able to read much more. To be honest, so it's just really the end of the full bring stuff. I'd say being like a month in, like just for like watching pleasure, would I say just wait until the anime drop. But knowing you, I know say you're gonna want the videos on it, so would I say read it. Because I mean the Thousand Year Blood War arc is like 200 and yeah, 200 plus chapters. Yeah, is it 200 plus? Yeah, 423. About 200 chapters, give or take. So yeah. So yeah, that's my stance. If it's just for, if you're just gonna end up being something for viewing pleasure, I would say just wait till the anime drop. But as I said, knowing you, you're gonna want the videos on it, so definitely, definitely read the manga if that's the case, bro. Definitely read the manga. Trailer. But since we're on the topic of Bleach, bro, let's even pull up the trailer. Hold on. Make sure this is not muted. Yeah, so Guess we'll be going through all the
900
trailers for a
年を
lot of
取
these
り戻
series
し
for this stream too.
90
No, we're
年
not
を
getting
経て
copyright.
理智を取り
Stricken
戻
or
し
something.
9年を経て力を取り戻し9日間をもって世界を取り戻す行くぞ
So again, it's incredibly wild to me that after 10 years basically, Bleach anime is literally coming back. And I mean, even though in some shape or form, probably as a unit, as the big three, is not really the same as it was before, but I mean, technically, the big three is technically all together again, at least having manga and anime going on. So that's going to be the interesting part. And I mean, we do have another, like, a new generation of anime fans, give or take. So probably the hype of having the big three as a unit might not be the same as before, but trust me, I think persons are going to, like, just be happy about that. But now, like, the amount of characters in this arc, it's insane. But I think at the end of the day, as I said before, I'm interested in seeing if a lot of the novels and lore from those will be included in the arc. And if things will be adapted to, like, beyond this arc. Because, as you know, Kubo started up the manga again with a new arc. So I'm interested. To me, this arc suffers from, manga-wise, not having... It's hype, it's cool, it's nice, there's a lot of subtle things regarding the characters in terms of development and arcs, but the overall lure, you know, it's just missing. Yo, this was a ridiculously cool panel back in the manga. But I'm looking forward to it. And see if it doesn't get simulcasted. Yeah, true, but I mean, yeah, true. Because a lot of persons would be willing to pay and won't use the quote-unquote illegal means to actually watch it. So yeah, I've been kind of hearing about the whole Disney situation, which is wild to me. It kind of seems like now more than ever, a lot of these companies are trying to cash in. So yeah, I've been here too. I actually watched Chibi's video on its I believe it was yesterday. There's his latest thing on it. So October 22. When do you think would be a better time for in October for it to drop? I think obviously end of October, because that would mean within their development schedule for the anime they had more time, like at least an additional week or two. But if you were placing bets on it, when do you think the Bleach when do you think it's going to start? Because if I pull up my calendar here, wait, then which day did Bleach usually drop on back in the day? I'm trying to remember. Thursdays as well, right? Trying to remember. And then it has to be a nice time slot, I suppose, when, you know, it doesn't have to be censored. Even though I don't think... Did they come up with news that it won't be censored? I'm trying to remember. Why it's the worst out of the big three. That was weekend. Zine. Bye. Well, to be honest, I said it just not too long ago on the stream. Like, yeah, Bleach is, out of the three of them, it's like 3 for me. But I think if they play their cards right with the amount of material they have from not just the manga but the novels, they can make the Bleach version of the arc substantially better. Because my problems with the arc were, like, you know, I think we needed more on Yua Bak in terms of backstory and build up, and just more on the Soul King, and like the royal families, the royal clans, and the beginning and creation of like the Bleach verse. These are things that seem to be, I didn't read the novels, but based on what I've seen or heard here and there, it seems these are tidbits of information that we get like after the arc within novels. And I'm saying, yo, it would have been better to get like weave that into the narrative, you know, like having Yuha by the end when he's defeated really to state his goal and say, yo, this is what I was trying to do, yada yada. It just it feels like a lot of after the fact kind of stuff. So I think they have just enough to really, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bio. Like, it's good that the novels clear up stuff, but weave that into the main medium that most of the fans' eyes will be on. You know, it's kind of like the whole Boruto situation with a lot of cool stuff are in the novels, but most I can't say for a fact. So if I'm wrong, fine. But my educated guess is that most Boruto/Naruto fans will mainly stick to the manga and the anime. So why not weave that into the main thing that most of your fans' eyes will be on? That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. No, and you know, I'm kind of interested, you know, because tell me if we're going on the same path here, because I'm thinking about it. When you have like your manga and your anime, right? When like it's done and like novels are coming out, I'm wondering how much control like the authors have over where like the novels go. Like I'm like genuinely wondering, right? So like Kubo finishes the story. I'm writing the novel regarding the Soul King. Like, do they meet with Kubo and say, yo, Kubo, I need some more details regarding the Soul King in terms of this and this time period? Or do like the novel writers just kind of just make up stuff and like Kubo's like, okay, this is interesting. Like, in a nutshell, if Kubo wrote X novel on Bleach, would it really and truly be the same as when that person who wrote, like, say, Can't Fear Your Own World? You know what I'm saying? So, because think about it this way: like Kubo could do the manga, or even like in the case of like Naruto novels and Boruto novels and thing, right? Cool. But technically speaking, like if it's a better writer, like objectively, than say Kubo or Kishimoto who wrote the novels, like no dog. Kishi or Kubo, yo, you missed this, and this. You're missing this, you know? So if you're thinking about it along that lines, I can understand why you're not giving Kubo that excuse. So this is what it is. But all in all, Bleach is an awesome series. I got into it in 2008, yeah. So like a year after Naruto. And it was a fun time watching those like Naruto and Bleach, reading and watching those week to week. Funny enough, fun fact, I actually enjoyed the Bleach filler more than the Naruto filler. I will tell you that. But it is what it is. But anyway, moving on for now. Spy X Family. No. Woo. It's not season 2. Is it core 2? Yeah, trailer. Spy X Family is another series that really came along and really whet my appetite. Well, more than whet my appetite. And you know, everybody loves Anya. Everybody. I mean, she just blew up. And like, if you really look at it in terms of the sales for Spy X Family, trust me, those manga volumes are blowing up. So I think after the build up from Core 1 and looking at this trailer with how things are getting so much crazier, I still need to somehow read the manga and catch up before. October as well. Bio Paradox, do you guys watch Spy X Family? That's a better question. Because I don't know, like when I started what like I find it that a lot of the easier to watch, less super complex, more slice of life stuff I've been enjoying for the most part. And Spy X Family just kind of just does that for me. Like, it's just funny, it's wholesome, slice of life, and I mean, at least based on this trailer, I mean, it does seem like we're gonna be getting more action, to balance out the wholesomeness, at least. At least putting, you know, our characters in a more complex situation going forward. So I'm pretty much really looking forward to seeing how that goes. I know the manga should be at chapter 60 something, so in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, Anya X meme. That was the next benefit. Like, she just became. Yo, Anya was everywhere when it came on to the memes, dog. Let me see. Hold on there. Anya Forge memes. Let's see if we can find. Yo, for the moment she made this face, dog, it was over. Completely over. Yo, let's see if we can find anything. Nah, look at this. Yo, watch Anya be the final villain of Spy X Family. It's gonna be so stupid. No, I'm being honest. Just watch her be the final villain. It's gonna be so dumb, brother. Like, Anya final villain confirmed, bro. Yeah, brother. Like, it's a toss up between Erin and Anya, if I'm being quite honest. To be honest. Yo, no, bro. Nah, like. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But as I also said, so interestingly enough, I don't know. Well, Var, I know you aren't a Gundam fan, but funny enough, there was a prologue episode that dropped for Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. And as a Gundam fan, like, after all these Gunpla based series, like, I'm just really looking forward to getting back to just a straight, no holds barred war story with, you know, characters dying. To be honest, that's what I am legitimately looking forward to. And based on the prologue, I watched the prologue episode probably 2 weeks ago. Solo Leveling in Japanese in the upcoming anime. Yeah, I was hearing about that. I haven't read Solo Leveling yet, but you know, a lot of the YouTubers I've subscribed to as well, they do cover Solo Leveling. I think that's a stupid move, but maybe I'm missing some details. Maybe it could be like a cultural thing, maybe, of the studio that's doing it, which I don't know, like this is why I've become such a fan of, like, when I'm getting to something, even if I've like watched say 12 episodes of anime X, right? Manga wise, I'm gonna start back from chapter 1 because I want to see the author's original intent, and unless like they come out and say like this change or addition in the anime was to really supplement or really enhance what they originally had in the manga, or at least if I can like logically deduce that by myself, then fine. But this is why I'm such a fan of just reading the source material, because I can't bother with these changes, fam. It's ridiculous, honestly. Oh, in terms of my mic volume versus the video volume, is it good? Balance? I mean, based on OBS, it does seem fine. But anyway, yeah, based on the prologue, honestly, there are one and two things that could use a little enhancement, I would say. But in terms of the story so far, I'm actually looking forward to the Witch from Mercury. And of course, art and animation looking good. I mean, Sunrise, it's Sunrise, so. And I guess unlike Bleach, we're getting simulcast. Hey, so I mean, quality-wise, it just looks really good to me. Ooh. Hold on. Tell me they've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Oh, come on. Doesn't this stream count as a reaction, YouTube? Hold on. Everybody's still here? Is everybody still here? Hold on. Stream held. Yeah, that too, Paradox. That too, definitely. Even though, I don't know if you've watched Gundam Age, to be honest. In terms of, I don't know, something about the aesthetic kind of reminds me more so of Gundam Age. I think after Gundam 00, I think after Gundam 00, things kind of took a more softer approach in terms of the characters. Granted, Iron-Blooded Orphans, no. I meant so. Iron-Blooded Orphans was definitely no, but even in terms of the aesthetic too, there's kind of like a similar aesthetic between, I guess, from Age to the present. But I still think this is gonna be really good. I mean, Iron-Blooded Orphans was amazing, bro. Slow paced in some areas, but definitely amazing. Wait, William, log on. Hold on, let me just check on one thing here, peeps. Just want to check on one thing. Studio. Hold on. Let's see. Analytics. Content. No. Alright, no restrictions just yet. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I think we're good still. I keep getting a message, I guess since I'm playing all these trailers and thing, keep telling me that, you know, you detected copyrighted material in your stream, you might be blocked or yada yada. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm still here. I was just checking something since I was getting like a message to say X, Y, and Z. Well, copyright. You know these people are. Alright, let me just turn this back up. But down in OBS. Hold on. Alright, I think we're still good. Yep, still good. Alright, yeah, so as I was saying, let's turn this down all the way. Yeah, so honestly, I think this is looking good, and I think this would be the first Gundam since Turn A that we've had a female lead. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting to say the least. To be honest, my ultimate hope regarding Gundam is having like a crossover series, like some big what if crossover series at some point. Honestly, I think if memory serves right, I didn't watch Tourney, but there was something within Tourney that was trying to link a lot of the Gundam series at that point in time. But it is what it is. But anyway, moving on. What am I missing here? Chainsaw Man. No, persons have been talking about Chainsaw Man from he's like forever now. Let me just go here. So if I got this right, a lot of persons like the main concern is, of course, they don't want it to be censored because there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore and all of that regarding it. So I guess I am interested to see where, like, I haven't read the manga either. A lot of manga I still haven't read, obviously. And you guys read Chainsaw Man? Or if not, at least, like, what do you think about the trailers so far? Or what do you think about it so far? At least just based on the trailer. Apart from MAPPA just taking up everything, all anime projects it seems. Yeah, like, I don't think I've seen anybody talk negatively regarding Chainsaw Man. That's the crazy thing about it. So definitely gonna check this out as well. Of course. Ah man, so many different things to look forward to. And of course there's a lot more. Of course, with each different anime season, I never I don't think I even have to explain this, but obviously I don't watch everything, and there's a lot of stuff. Like, obviously I'm subscribed to Gigaku as well, and I do watch his anime season reviews, and there's so many series, dog. Like, I just can't, like, knowing me, I just can't get to it all. Honestly, it's too much for me. Too much. Oh my lord. Let me see. Zaki-chan. What about Uzaki-chan? Like, you guys have checked that out? Or no? I really need to start watching Uzaki, honestly. Nah, there's too many things. I don't know if it's just me, but it just seems like there's so many like slice of life, chill manga anime adaptations of like slice of life manga coming. Of course, I'm sure when you are thinking of animating this, you're looking at the plots, obviously. Wait, is Nagatoro coming in October as well? No, wait, no. That's probably in 2023. No, it's more like I live to mount my seniors. Of course, that can be taken so out of context. Alright, but anyway, yeah. The point is there's going to be a lot of things to look forward to for this whole fall anime season. And I can promise reactions to Bleach. I don't know if persons want to see Gundam. But definitely at least Bleach, if nothing else. But anyway, it's about time I open up the phone lines, quote unquote. And boom. You guys know the drill. The link is in the description below to the Discord, naturally. It hasn't gone anywhere. But yeah, in the meantime, should talk a bit of Boruto because I mean, granted, within the last week or two, I've talked a lot of Boruto between my review, my reaction, being on the Cloud Ninja podcast. But still need to talk about it for my own stream, I suppose. Alright, so chapter 72 going into chapter 73. You guys might have seen the video I did put up yesterday regarding the time skip. But yeah, given how things are at the moment, like I genuinely believe the time skip isn't going to come. And also, you know, just slapping on the title 5th Great Ninja War might be an easy way to, you know, think of things, but the way things are set, I think would be a lost opportunity if the involvement of the other characters from other villages don't get involved. Like, if they don't get involved, it'll be a wasted opportunity. Granted, like, right now, we know it's, I wouldn't necessarily say an issue, but we know how things are with the Boruto manga in terms of, like, just focusing on a certain set of characters, right? And, I don't know, it just feels like from how things are paced or written, it just feels like it would be such a hassle to really juggle a lot of characters going forward. But given that, you know, Code has this army of, you know, Ten Tails warriors and everything, and given his goal of capturing Boruto, I think it makes the most sense to use his whole Ten Tails army as a one grand distraction for, you know, the current ninja villages, because at the end of the day, all villages are looking for him. And given the information that they have right now, I don't see that changing anytime soon. So Code is gonna have to create a major distraction for himself, and I think that easily translates into quote unquote the 5th Great Ninja War, but not really, but at least the involvement of a lot of the other villages for the most part. And as I said in the video yesterday, it would make sense to create some kind of scenario where it's hard to tell if he's really the source of it, but I think it would be obvious too. I mean, who else is gonna have a 10 Tails Ten Tails warrior out and about? Or maybe if it's depending on who goes on the mission, they might be like, we're not really sure, but given its structure, maybe they bring it back to Konoha and say, oh, yo, Ko is doing some shit. But yeah, create a situation where he can get his hands on Boruto. And you know, to be honest, thinking about it, in a situation like that, it might be then and there that Mitsuki and Sarada have their big, well, I guess their second big pre-time skip moment, at least when it comes on to the manga. Because I mean, the fight with Boro was like their first real, I'd say first real big pre-time skip moment. So going forward, I think it only would make sense for Sarada and Mitsuki to really have some big moment going forward with the Ten Tails army, especially since, you know, Momoshiki keeps reminding us that, hey, Boruto, hey fam, despair is coming up, you know. So yeah, it would make sense for there. And then maybe we might get a moment where Momoshiki maybe saves Boruto's life. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, that's literally a plot thread. I mean, Momoshiki literally tells him like, yo, I'm not gonna let you die. So obviously it's like a Kurama situation, so Boruto is going to be like probably on the, Yeah, I kind of agree. That's why I even decided, because I've done a video regarding the time skip not happening anytime soon. Let me even look for it. I think I even looked for it after I recorded that video for yesterday, thinking about it now. And like I've come to the conclusion that yeah, it's not happening. So I've done a video on it already, and you know, doing it again with more details just kind of cemented it for me, because given everything, it's just not gonna happen anytime soon. We're at chapter 72, and boy, I wouldn't be surprised if chapter 90 comes and we're still it still doesn't happen. So again, it even ties into that video I did recently as well regarding the final chapter of Boruto and timelines and, you know, doing things within 30 volumes, yada yada. That doesn't seem to be the case. Where is it? Yeah, see, it's a year ago. One solid, let me see when I put up this video. Hold on, ads. See? That's over a year ago I did this video. So yeah. I've just come to the conclusion. Just like me just trying to guess when the Jogan is going to appear in the manga. It's just like I've stopped guessing. So yeah, given the details, time skip just isn't gonna happen anytime soon. Yeah, but it is what it is, I suppose. Granted, I would love to see what the Boruto manga sales are doing right now. I would love to see it, honestly. But granted, I think we're gonna get like some real fire stuff like real soon, honestly, because again, I just think Momoshiki emphasizing that yo, things are gonna happen like Sui keeps saying it's rapidly approaching. So again, like I said in my video yesterday, more than likely it seems like all roads are leading to whatever Boruto's prophesized fate is. It's going to be a pre-time skip event, and everything after that is just dealing with it if it doesn't get worse. So I think we're going to be in for something very interesting as volume 19, because we're in volume 19 right now, of the manga continues. So we just have to wait and see, as with everything else. So that's going to be the interesting part at the end of the day. I'm just interested in seeing how Code goes about things, and if my whole prediction of the other, you know, great nations essentially getting involved, if it's going to be a thing. Won't kill out her arc. I'm more again 2 months and I'm still not caught up with the Boruto anime, but I'm kind of glad they mentioned they had that line in this month's chapter for her, regarding her like wondering if she should become a ninja. I like that. Of course, I'm more interested in seeing how they incorporate that within the manga, and on the off chance if they make reference to the anime, because that's the thing. that should be a thing as well. Alright, granted, more than what's going to happen is that they're not going to reference it from the manga. More than that, when the anime gets to this point in adapting the manga, they'll make reference to the anime in the anime's events, more than likely. End of the series, still think so? Because September, October, November, December, 4 chapters will be basically starting volume 20, 20, right? I did say we're in volume 19. Yeah. Yeah, volume 20 I think will be starting. So I don't know, man. My big hope is that Jump Festa this year for Boruto is actually something worth watching, honestly. Boruto anime have been going crazy. Glad people are finally coming to the sense and realizing that the manga was always better. It's better? Well, I don't have to repeat. You guys know my stance on this already. I don't even, you can fight it out in the in the comments, or you can jump on the Discord, so at least you can make the stream much more interesting from an audio standpoint for the persons who may, you know, rewatch the stream, provided, you know, YouTube doesn't block the stream after block this video after it gets put up. Wait, Kyle. Yeah. You're muted, bro. Okay, while Vari sorts out his mic, if he hasn't like gone to take a piss or something. People are upset over an arc with Hima. They accepted her to be cutting throats. Bio, I'm surprised you don't know my stance. Like, yeah, like if I were to really sit down and say, oh, which one I prefer, I definitely prefer the manga. But I can see the quality of life improvements that the anime does. Like if we're comparing like adapting manga arcs to anime arcs, the quality of life stuff they've done surrounding that definitely puts it above the manga. But I think like, and I talked about this on the Cloud Ninja podcast with the guys to express my point on this. It's really from, I think it's really from a production standpoint and just comparing products on a shelf standpoint. And let me see if I can really explain my stance in totality so you get what I mean. So, because it's not just the in-universe content of the anime that's my problem. It's just in-universe and from a real-world production standpoint, right? So, I said this to the Cloud Ninja guys, right? If we're comparing, if we have anime and manga series as products on the shelf, and we have Boruto, right? That started in, the anime at least started in 2017. The manga started in 2016. Fine. If we are comparing a lot of the shonen series, right? Like say a Black Clover or even original Naruto or Bleach or One Piece or what else can I say? Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball. If you go back and look at the dates from their manga starting to their anime starting, you'll always see that the anime always starts at least 2 to 3 years after the manga, right? Boruto wise, it's not even 12 months between the manga starting and the anime starting. So that's like the first issue right there. So of course, and then the manga's obviously in a period of recapping the the Boruto movie essentially. Fine, cool. So not only don't we have any original content to necessarily adapt from the manga, but we're starting, compared to the other products on the shelf, a less time frame between the manga and the anime. So of course that naturally gives rise to anime only content. Animes, everything's canon, whatever the case may be. I'm like, alright, cool, whatever, no problem. We're starting the anime, we're saying we have to start with Sumire, it's cool, it's fine, nice. Then we had like what, keeping up with the Uchihas, cool, it's fine. We had the Genin graduation arc, which was cool as well. And we had the trip to the mist and all of that. We had the bandits with Shikadai. Then we had the Boruto Naruto movie. We had Mitsuki. We had a lot of fluff in between there. So after Mitsuki, with like Konohamaru and yada yada, time travel arc, Majina bandits. What else am I missing? Car activation, Kawaki, and now we had that stretch of episodes from 220 to I guess 250 something, and now we have this Academy arc. So it's like cool, right? Fine. But I think the problem is compared to other products, right? Products, quote unquote. I firmly believe what you get from the Boruto anime within 200 plus episodes, a lot of persons, even if they're just like casual anime fans, they get what they get from Boruto probably within 24 episodes of another more concise, to the point anime, if you get what I mean. And I think that's where the problem really stems from on a whole. It's not that a lot of the arcs within the anime are decent, but I think after a certain amount of time, as a person who might be coming from original Naruto, or you're watching a seasonal anime, or you're watching another weekly anime, but things are more concise and feel like they're progressing you start to question with the Boruto anime. Okay, when are we gonna get to? We're getting development, yes, but when are we gonna get to a certain point? You know, like a lot of the arts are, yeah, we're going, we're 200 episodes in, and we're like, we're still not at the time skip yet. Fine, the matter of the time skip is one thing. Fine, whatever, but it's like we're almost 300 episodes in, and a lot of things have happened. Fine, but it's like compared to everything else on the market, it's like I'm not an anime hater for Boruto. I think it's decent, but I honestly think it comes down to like if the Boruto anime started say in 2023 instead, would we have gotten a lot of what we got? No. You know, I think we'd have gotten some of it, yes, but I think it would be a totally different product anime wise. So all in all, I do prefer the manga, but if we're talking about specifics like manga arcs adapted to the anime, I think those are superior to the manga's version. But overall, I can definitely make an argument for why like the anime overall might be like a inferior product.
There's too much fluff in the anime.
Essentially. In a nutshell. I kind of went on a total rant there, I suppose.
No, it's cool because that's pretty much how most Boruto fans feel at this point. Like it's really like I love what they do with the when they adapt like manga content.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Or like when they do like the Kawaki arc and I think they have this code actuation arc coming up.
Yeah, the latter half of the code arc, the car activation arc was really good to me. The first half, not so much. Not so much. Not so much. And it's like, as I'm saying, I love that the Boruto anime is doing stuff that Naruto didn't do. Like, you know, we're traveling to a lot of different areas, we're seeing things and all of that. But it just gives me the whole vibe of it's not tying into necessarily the bigger picture of like moving what fans really care about along, you know? And I think one of the disadvantages with how the Boruto anime does what it does, I think on a subtle level, I don't think it's bad, but on a subtle level, I think that probably some of the character arcs some characters may go through, there's that risk of repeating them on a subtle level, which kind of, again, I would say subconsciously contributes to probably the frustration a lot of fans feel. So essentially, as you said, fluff. It's good, but after a certain point, it's like, what are we going to be 900 episodes in and still, you know?
I know, right?
But then again, you know, the nuance of it is like, you know, target demographic, maybe different persons are into it than that. So a lot of different factors. It's not a black and white argument. And as much as I don't hate the anime, if somebody came and said, yo, I hate Boruto, I'm not going to bash them. We can have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I think that they didn't. All right, let me start over. I think that there's more that they could have done because what most of the, especially like the OG fans wanted to see was like more interaction with the adults and the kids.
Yeah.
They could have done a whole lot more with that. So they could be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, that good, bro. That good.
Background? You hearing my background?
Yeah. But that's alright. It's not too loud.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I was saying like there's so much more that they could have done. Like it was really cool like when you saw like some of the OG characters teaching their kids the new jutsus or the passing down the jutsus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They could have done more, even though like some persons may have had some issues with like the Sarada arc when she was meeting Sasuke. They could have done more along those lines because I really enjoyed like especially like when Inojin, the little thing that Inojin had with his mom when he was trying to see how well he fit in the Yamanaka clan.
Yeah.
And you know, he was trying to impress his dad with his artwork and stuff like that. So it's like if they were doing more like in between what's going on in the manga,
yeah,
if they were doing more stuff like that, then the anime would have been so much more better. There's a lot of things in the anime that they could have cut out. Like if you're like if I go back to watch it from start, there's so much things you could really like not watch that won't really affect the main storyline. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could have handled it better, especially with the kids and their parents. That would have been awesome, and I think they would have actually retained more of the OG fans if they had incorporated the OG characters, in there. And like everybody wants to see them with their kids and training them and passing down the family jutsus and their kids mastering it and like doing better stuff with the jutsus. And you understand? So yeah, if they had done that, I think it would have been like way better.
Before I even bring William in, I want to ask your opinion, Paradox, because it's been a while since we've actually like talked and thing. Do you think they've done a good job of really selling, like outside of like Boruto, Kawaki, outside of Team 7 and Kawaki? Do you think they've done a good job of really selling the next generation of characters in terms of, would you
Nope.
say you genuinely care about them?
Care.
Like,
Nope.
has there
All
been
right.
like
All right.
like you're watching OG Naruto and you care about Naruto, Sasuke, probably less so Sakura, and
Yeah.
Kakashi, whatever the case may be. But when you watch that Lee versus Gaara fight and you genuinely feel
Mhm.
it, has there been a
Right.
moment like that for you for like the new
Nope.
generation characters to that
Nah, nah.
degree?
Because I think they like I understand like you want to try to like. All right, so animes always have this little thing where when it comes to like new generation, they
Yeah,
kind of make the older generation a little bit more watered down until like the new generation catch up to a certain level. Then you start to see them, doing more awesome stuff. But important fact is that with Boruto, literally, if you were to check out most of the new gen, especially the ones that come from their parents, they're actually more broken. Because I mean, look at Shikadai. Shikadai has Tamari's wind style plus Shikamaru's shadow style, and he has the knowledge, he has the smarts and stuff like that. So currently, no, there are like a few new gen apart from Team Seven that I care about because I mentioned Shikadai earlier.
yeah,
That new kid who likes Kakashi and is emulating Kakashi with the mask over his face, the Earth style kid. I
yeah,
kind of like him due to the last tuning exams. That was fire.
yeah.
He's,
That was a good
you
fight.
know,
Not gonna lie.
yeah, and then Sai's new team because Sai has a new that group that he goes. I think yeah, that same Stone guy is on Sai's new team with the girl with that emo looking doll and stuff like that. So like, if they were to do more stuff like that, incorporating it, making more of the old. Even if they were to go as far as to give like even Choji and Ino and some of them um like what they did with Sai, giving them young generation teams
Yeah,
that would have been like more persons would have actually cared more about. Right now we could hardly care about most of the new gen, and it's worse in the manga because in the manga you've hardly seen any of the new gen except for Team 7.
yeah,
So
true.
so nobody really cares about anybody except for like Team 7. So they can, or I mean, if they had, I'm not sure how late it is right now, but if they were building more on the new gen, that would have been the best way to go, giving them more missions. I mean, yeah, we know that it's a time of peace and they're in the village, but you can't tell me that even though in a time of peace, there aren't some like bad guys, some rogue ninjas who still want to like, we don't really care about what they're doing because we know that, yeah, it's a time of peace and the main plot arc is about like Otsutsuki and what's going on with Team 7, sure. But I mean, drum up some, some fodder ninjas who we don't really care about, but they're still strong as hell because they're stronger than the new gen, and show how the new gen is what the new gen is doing to surpass them, and building them up. Right now, we could care less about the new gen, bro. And now they're starting with Himawari's year group, and they haven't even flushed out most of the other characters as yet. So,
Ah,
yeah,
boy.
nah, I don't really care about most of the persons outside of Team 7, apart from like Shikadai's team. Shikadai's team is cool. And as I said, Sai's new team is cool. Gara's adopted son is cool. Well, they killed Kagura, so he's out. I was hoping that they would have done more with the new generation Ninja Miss Seven Swordsman.
Yeah.
They could, like, I mean, how they handle it. I'm like mixed right now because I'm a manga fan and it's way better in the manga, but I think they mishandled the anime. They could have done so much more and so much better with the new gen characters. That's basically where I stand right now.
William, I kinda know where you stand, but I don't know if you want to make a comment or I don't know.
Crap. The hell? What the hell? Why did this freeze up? Wait, hold on. Crap.
No pressure, no pressure.
My
Uh,
shoulder. Hello?
yeah, man, we're here.
Oh, it froze up for a second there.
We're here, man.
Um, no, I understand everybody's point. I see why a lot of people feel like that. Me, right now, I'm just going with the flow when it comes to Boruto, in all honesty. um, yeah.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's the thing. I think, and this is why I make the points when I say like 200 plus episodes Boruto. What you get from it, you can probably get what you positively get from it, you can probably get it within 25 episodes of another series. But the point what I'm saying is that I don't think 200 and some episodes in we should just be, you know, going with the flow. Because if I were to, this might be an unfair comparison, but if I were to compare it to One Piece at 260 some episodes in, I wasn't going with the flow. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, continue, William.
no, yeah, I understand because the first thing we all have to be honest about is that the series definitely, as you said, I've thought this for a long time. It started sooner than it probably should have.
Exactly.
I don't know if that. I don't know why the company actually did that. Well, no, I know why.
Well, yeah.
I'm guessing it was more productive or more productive. It probably was more productive having Naruto content coming out other than stopping it and just having like maybe a side game or something. It probably makes them way more money to have divorce going on or something a part of the franchise going on than it would have not having anything.
Yeah.
Right now, like I'm guessing you would have had a Dragon Ball Super effect because yes, people want the next series, but then again, you don't really see a lot of people talking about Dragon Ball other than when they announce a movie, really. So I guess in terms of that, people are still talking about the Boruto Naruto franchise, good or bad, and either way it makes them money. So that's why they did what they did. I think even you know that.
But you say bad or good,
Yeah.
it's still publicity.
It's still publicity. Now, when I say going with the flow, like I knew first of all that this year was gonna be basically anime original content.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we had talked about this before. Anybody who well, there was a chance we might have gotten like maybe pieces of manga stuff, but when you really think about it, that wouldn't have made too much sense. 12 months in a year, there was no chance this year wasn't gonna be like the year before the last year,
Yeah.
and it was gonna be just full on anime original. And basically next year is gonna be like last year, where we probably get more manga stuff with a little bit of anime original stuff, which sucks, but that's how it is because of how and when they started the series. And obviously they're not gonna be going seasonal anytime soon. It wouldn't
No.
make them money doing that. I think by now, I think a lot of people who are hoping for that to happen need to be more realistic at this point and accept it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maybe until the time skip, then maybe they would do it. But even then, I doubt maybe they'll do it. Maybe. But I
Yeah.
think people need to just like time skipping coming anytime soon. I don't even know where did that come from, by the way. Do you remember?
In terms
The whole
of
thing of
person saying the
that
time skip will be coming.
Yeah, where did that come from? Or were people just looking at the original series as a comparison?
To be honest, from my perspective, I don't think personally looking at original series, but I think looking at it probably
Was
from
an
the time we
artist.
had Baryon mode and everything, I was like, okay. There's
Yeah,
not
but there was also the artist though, because he was saying that he was.
Oh yeah, that too. The whole finished
Yeah,
things
he
within
was saying
30
that he
volumes.
was
Yeah,
right, and
because
he was
people were
saying
speaking about the time skip even before Baryon mode.
Yeah, yeah.
no. So later last year, there was like an artist who put out something on either like on Twitter, and he was saying that the time skip is coming really close, and he's really excited for it. That was
Oh yeah,
before
I think
Jump
that was
Fest.
still Ikimoto, the artist. Still, yeah, he had put out a tweet too
Yeah.
regarding that.
So something about the time skip. He can't wait for the time skip. It's coming. It's gonna be soon, and person should look out. But everybody thought that it was gonna be in 2022. Well, I mean, 2022 isn't done as yet, so that's why I'm saying let's see what's happening up to the end of this year.
Because more than likely, it seems that it would happen later this year. It may have happened sooner when Ikimoto was still writing the series, if he isn't still writing it, and he realized that that would be rushing things. Because maybe we're looking at it, the story right now with the stuff we have now. If a lot of that was saved until the time skip, would it really have worked out as well as it is in the manga? Like, if everything now with Code, they said 3 years later, would it make sense for Code
Nah,
of
I don't think so.
So it could be Ikimoto is still writing the series and he realized, nah, that would be rushing things. And now that he decided, now I have to flesh out the story more before the time skip, or Kishimoto, whichever one you guys think is right in the series.
Boy, that's another argument, honestly. I swear.
By the way, with the thing with the Himawari arc, because I know you're on Twitter, I believe, right? So I know over the last month you've been seeing all the more tweets about the anime, this, that, all of that.
Probably more Paradox than me.
Yeah. So Paradox, then I'm sure you've been seeing it. Oh, the anime is total. Everything is going garbage. What are they doing? Have you seen those tweets?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. A lot of persons are like, really, really. I'm not sure why, but I guess I can understand why it's happening. But yeah, I've seen those tweets.
Yeah. My main thing with that though is this, right? The previous arc with the Funato, it had some of its problems. It was a long arc. I don't mind that because
boring, bro.
it had boring parts, but to me, like in general, it was a good arc because there was a lot of cool action, character deaths. I don't need that fun arc to be good or to be meaningful, but actually went out there and took out some characters. And it was just cool, like seeing like a conflict in divorce not revolved around just the Lee village, like a big thing. That was cool. Yeah. Now I get why a lot of people didn't like that, because there's the thing. To this day I actually don't, because you said you found it to be boring. Okay, like what about it did you find boring? Was it the 1 or 2, 3 episodes that didn't involve like the conflict? What exactly didn't you like about it? I'm curious.
All right. So to me, it was kind of like slow paced, and there wasn't. Yes, there were deaths, but it was the same thing that we were talking about earlier when, in terms of when Sanjay asked me if how I'm feeling about like the new gen, if I care about the new gen. We've seen Kaguya from the first time when they went to the village and visited and stuff like that. I think that if they had like built up more to like us seeing Kaguya a bit more into it, then it would actually, because when he died I really didn't feel anything, to be honest. I was like, okay, yeah, he's gonna die, but I don't really care. And then there were certain things that happened during the arc. Like, you mean to tell me that it's up until the last fight with the water guy that Boruto realized that, hey, I have lightning style. Hey, lightning style is strong against water. I mean, come on. And then how what's her name? The Seven Swordsman girl that died, bro. It was like one hit. It was honestly, it wasn't even like the hit didn't even show like it was impactful. Like
I still haven't caught up, so I can't even comment. So
yeah, it was like she just got a little touch, bro, and then you're telling me that she died after that. It's like,
I could understand that one. I could understand how she died there. Like you have it's basically, it's not normal water, it's chakra based, and then she's being hit by it. I could understand that, like the impact forces and stuff. The fact that like the emotional connection with him because you didn't see him really too much. But I really felt something for the characters because the way they felt towards him, and then how he died trying to stop everything, and then that basically led to Boruto trying to like end the conflict. And yeah, the whole lightning arms. But that, well, the thing with the lightning style though is you could say like, oh, why in original Naruto didn't Kakashi just use all his lightning style jutsus anytime he fought Zabuza or anyone whatsoever with who had water style? Like, why they don't always just use that and it being like the be all end all? But I understand though. My thing though, like with this new arc, it's a Himawari arc. Like, when I'm seeing all these people saying what they're saying, I'm like, what did they really expect an anime canon filler arc with Himawari to be? Like,
Exactly.
that's why I made the comment earlier. Like, did they expect her to be slitting dudes' throats and stuff? It's an academy arc with Himawari, and if you pay attention, they're focusing a lot on comedy. So it's supposed to be a fun, maybe a kid-friendly arc. If any kids are still watching it, which probably are.
Yeah.
So I'm here like, bro, what did you expect to be going on? Like,
I
I don't
understand
think
that.
I don't think I'm wrong to like make that statement because if
No
you
man,
think
I
about
don't think you're wrong, bro.
like what would you really expect to be going on? Like, do they expect Himawari to be like what who is it, what's his name, Kabuto, going in other villages disguised and stuff and doing
I
espionage?
mean, to be fair, it was just a gag, I know, but I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
she did one shot Naruto. So I'm just saying.
yeah. And the funny
But
thing is, this arc is honestly just here to end off the year because they did what they had to do with the previous and stretch it out, and now they're ending off the year. And hopefully, with Jump Festa, as you said, we get something with the
Boy,
code. By the way, again, where did this code actuation arc thing come from?
there
Because I have not.
was.
there was a release, like a press release or something like that, on one of the Japanese site,
Okay,
and
Yeah.
somebody
okay.
translated it. But the thing about the Himawari arc is, I saw someone post something, and I kind of slightly agree. But again, what William said in terms of like the arc is just starting, and it's gonna be probably build up. But I was saying, someone said something about, okay, so Kawaki's going to the school to protect the princess from some possible assassination plot or something, but yet you don't see like anything building up in the background to say, oh, okay, so an assassin is on the move and he's probably already infiltrated the village, or somebody is planning something. You don't see that. They're just like at school the whole time. And even though they're at school, why not show like Himawari and that generation doing some, it doesn't have to be like full action. We can still have that fun, side of it because they're kids,
Yeah.
but at least show that, they're learning something, and like, show how either Naruto's daughter is like, low key the baddest thing in the class, and she's just, just like how chill, like how everybody loves that she's the Hokage's daughter, and she's like, meh. She just views him as dad, but everybody's like, oh wow, you're like the Hokage's daughter. So do something in that case where like, you're showing their training, but put a little bit more excitement into it. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to be like full action, but I mean,
So
everybody
their
is used to
combat
Naruto
skills,
being like
basically.
some, right, exactly. Show some form of, stuff like really right now everybody's saying like when the Otsuki come, like all the new gen's gonna be bodied. Like there's no one except for like Team 7 that they're seeing that can actually do something. So I kind of understand what persons are saying, but I still believe that this arc is going to end off really good going into the code actuation arc. So I'm just still watching that. And like Himawari, I love Himawari right now, so I'm all for it. This is probably the only arc that I probably won't complain about just because of her.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day though, all problems with the anime are just Boruto in general. It kind of just highlights the whole thing, the whole nature of things becoming extra corporate regarding this IP. I think that's what it really comes down to. Like, it just seems like when series, and I'm not saying you can't get good stories out of when this happens, but it just seems like when, things go from just the original author doing anything, get some animated adaptations with some filler, to, a lot of stakeholders coming in, and we just have this money machine going and going. It just seems like, arguably speaking, the quality just drops. And it's the same thing that's happening with Dragon Ball Super, so it's not just unique to Boruto.
Anyone of you follow Yu-Gi-Oh?
Listen, I've been playing Master Duel. I've been playing Master Duel. I stopped at I was watching Arc 5, and I got to about episode 100 and something, and I haven't completed it yet. Arc 5 is still good, but yeah.
Original series is a lot of people would say is good. Same with GX. I've never really watched it. I've seen more 5Ds, but still not a lot. But
5Ds for the win.
Series are good. I know both series are good. After that, Zexal started off shaky, but that was good towards the end, like really good.
Yep, definitely.
Arc V, I liked Arc V. Some people had problems, but Arc V to me was really good with the different dimensions and stuff.
Yeah, I like what they were doing with that.
Reigns, I never really got. I fell off of Reigns after like episode 13 with the second recap for some reason. So like there's series like those, franchises like those that they keep going on with, and they have multiple good different seasons throughout, but some are obviously less quality than the others.
Like I think like series like I know. I think with series like that, it's kind of like there's a more clear-cut understanding why they didn't milk it, because you have this whole real-world card game, so it's like, let me just, it's like Pokemon too, you see me?
Well, yeah, it's still money, because, like, a lot of franchises that were created, like, in all honesty, like, you look at Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah.
They will do from now on, since that IP is so popular, they will do whatever it takes to make more side stories to eventually make into movies, TV shows, games, whatever.
True.
Once a franchise comes out that makes a lot of money, it's gonna those franchises are probably gonna outlive a lot of us.
True. that is.
So I will be shocked if Boruto is the last in the Naruto verse.
You know, the funny thing about you saying that is I was actually thinking about that the other day too. I was like, what are they gonna do? Like,
get your heads ready for Saruto, Boruto next gen.
Like, it's crazy, but it's I don't even know what to say. I think it's mainly the Western side of the world that actually complaining the most about Boruto, because apparently it's like the number one thing in Japan. Like all the kids love it, or the new gen love it in Japan.
Wait, that is the thing, right? Do you think the company, obviously I think the companies, like when it comes to Dragon Ball, they study the West, I think they care about the West, or at least the money they get from the West. But do you think these people, these authors, these Japanese company owners and stuff, do you think they really care about the Western audience's opinion when, like, okay, let me say this. The series they create, do you think they create them for the world, or are they just creating them for their own people? And if the rest of the world vibes with it or not, they don't really care.
I think more so the latter, because even taking, I still have the picture of Gohan from Dragon Ball Superhero in the thumbnail for this stream. I mean, even taking that recent case, right? I honestly think that movie should have been like just re-released worldwide at the same time. At this point, I think Toei and all the stakeholders for Dragon Ball should know that the West is like really into the IP. So I think the fact that that didn't happen is that they have an idea, but they still don't care as much as they should.
Right. That I think it's the same thing, because Japan is more of a inclusive how would I say it, like an inclusive culture. They could really care less about what anybody else outside of Japanese think. So I think they more are geared towards what's happening over there than what the western side of the world is. But I think there's actually more of a shift now going on with some of like the newer companies and some of the newer mangakas that are coming out, because they realize that the West actually, you know, looking back to what comics did in the US, the comics were like really selling. Like persons could make like millions off of it. So right now when they're seeing that a lot of persons in the West are, you know, taking up manga and taking up anime, and it has gotten popular, especially since like COVID too. Like there was this huge boom in persons in the West looking at anime and stuff like that since COVID. So I'm hoping going forward that they actually take us more into consideration. But again, in terms of like writing, and we're, you know, using Boruto as an example, I think that they're not really gonna change that much to please us. But there are a lot of
Yeah.
persons coming up now who are trying to look more into what the West like and stuff like that.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is that
Yes.
once the fall, just to even tie things back into the rest of what the stream is about. Once the fall season of anime starts, because honestly, right now things feel kind of slow anime wise. But once the fall season starts, you see that whole example of comparing, comparing anime as products on a shelf. It's going to be even worse for Boruto. You can imagine like
Yeah,
people are talking about Bleach, My Hero, Uzaki-chan, or Gundam or whatever, and like somebody just bring up Boruto, from then probably look at that first like, dog, really?
nah. Boruto had like a bad starting in the beginning anyway, so a lot of persons didn't really care about it, or a lot of the OG fans, I should say, don't really care about it. I know you're talking about Thousand Year Blood War arc coming out.
Bruh.
The hot season 6. This is the hot stuff that is going on right now in My Hero. That's the, or this is the starting of it. So like the whole Shigaraki thing,
Yeah.
that's starting coming up. And then they're like Chainsaw Man. There's so much sick animes coming out this
Bruh.
fall season, and it's not even just fall. I think going into next year too, there are a lot of cool animes that are coming out. Because next year when like Solo Leveling drops and stuff
Solo
like that,
Leveling,
plus
even
Bleach
when
is.
Mushoku Tensei comes back, bruh.
Oh, bro, don't even talk about that, because that's one that on my list. Then you have like Slime. I think Slime is coming back next year, the new season. And there's one more. I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue, but there's so much good animes out there and coming out. Like I'm like for the Western side of the world, Boruto is gonna be like a sideshow, bro.
Wait, whatever happened to not Demon Slayer, Goblin Slayer season 2? Wasn't that supposed to come out?
Bro, I don't even know. Like I heard about the hype regarding season 1, but then I haven't heard anything else regarding, like anything else after that.
Because I'm waiting for season 2 of that and I've heard nothing. Oh, by the way, yeah, so a lot of cool animes coming out next year. But here's the thing, that is probably when we get obviously gonna be getting the code actuation arc and stuff. So once that starts to be animated,
Yeah, Boruto will definitely look better once that starts. I won't deny it. I won't deny that. But I'm still not gonna lie. It's still going to highlight my whole point I keep making of like, in comparison, like a lot of these shows, if we're basing it on episode count, is going to offer a vibe, a feeling, the reception in a short amount of episodes is going to offer so much more than what Boruto has offered in 200, almost 300 episodes. That's the point, the thing I'm trying to emphasize on, you see me?
yeah.
It's not that the anime
here's
is
the
bad, but it's just that in comparison to everything else on the shelf, it's like,
True.
And
But
yeah.
we're
here's the
still
thing,
hoping
right?
for Black Clover next year, hopefully.
Black Clover, same thing.
And Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJ.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen was the one I was thinking about. Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Like
Yeah.
you were saying, if honestly, like when you look at the company and the people behind it,
Yeah.
if they really are looking at the fact that the Japanese audience are vibing with it, especially the parent-child demographic,
True.
and that's what really they're looking at and pushing it, they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. But I think they're still looking at the older audience, and I don't mean the West. I'm talking about Japan still, because
Yeah.
Boruto has gotten a lot darker and I would say more mature. again, the only reason I think this arc is the way it is because it's a Himawari
Yeah, you
kids
know.
jokey arc. Because the previous arc, again, dudes dying, people getting blown up, zeppelins falling, um, daimyos losing their kids, stuff like that. So I think at this point, Boruto is a mature series, but
Yeah.
it's just like this arc and the part because it's focused on who it's focused on. So you could say, did people really want a Himawari arc, or when they said they wanted a Himawari arc, did they really know what they were asking for, or like did they want from it? And I get what Paradox said. They should at least did the thing like showing like them fighting and using more of their abilities and training. It just started, so I hope we see that,
Yeah.
especially when the conflict starts. But yeah,
To be honest, I think like I keep saying is that with what fans potentially wanted, because I think fans wanted Himawari to do something for the longest time, especially after seeing, even though
Yeah.
it might have been played up as a joke, even with her one-shotting Naruto from that whole thing happening, I think fans have just wanted to see her have a role relevant to the main story events. It'd be kind of like a Gohan situation ish, I suppose, based on her
Right.
potential. Just have
Mhm.
her involved in the main happenings. And I think even the new generation characters can benefit from being more involved in like the main story happenings. And I know there's a cool, warrior consideration of like, they're not as strong as something as X, Y, or Z, but I'm
Mhm.
sure if they put their heads together, we can think of something. To be honest, to get
No,
them involved.
definitely, bro. Because I mean, come on. Even though, yes, I saw someone saying, "Oh, it's a time of peace, guys. What do you guys expect?" Even though it's a time of peace, you can't tell me that you can't find some way to drum up some form of violence. You're sending persons on mission, and their mission is to deliver letters. Like, really? You working at the post office is a mission, bro? For ninjas, like, come on, fam. So it's not necessarily that we want pure action, no, but at least give us something where you get our appetites wet, where you're building up something more, because right now I don't see the new gen being involved in the story at all. And it's pretty evident from the manga, because if the manga doesn't really have that much persons from the new gen in it, except for like Sumare, and who was the other one that I saw pop up one time, I don't remember who else. But if the main story is the manga, but it doesn't have the new gen, then why should most persons care about the anime? So that's why I was saying earlier, the anime is a great way for them to show the other characters in a more dynamic way. Especially, like, I realized that the most of the Boruto original anime arcs that a lot of persons love, even if
Yeah.
they're like one-off episodes, were like when the whole thing with what's his name again? Sai's son, when he was doing that whole, trying to figure out, who he is of the Yamanaka clan, who he's trying to see why the Yamanaka clan is so great. Everybody's talking about his mom is so awesome, and he can't really do anything. And then you realize that he can actually mix his mom's jutsu with his dad's jutsu. So he mixed that whole mind transfer thing to send the chakra the guy through the paintings that he sent out into the village. So I'm like, yo, that is like fire, bro. So why not build on stuff like that? You can find, as I say, you can just come up with a lot of fodder characters just to showcase their talent. And if they were to do it that way, I mean, the West would be like absolutely crazy about Boruto. I'm telling you.
True, true. All right, so we've been on the anime for a while. I want to talk more about the manga. What did you guys think about the latest chapter?
Uh, I'm. I mean, I still read Boruto, and I look forward to every chapter that's coming out. I'm really, really, um, I would say it piques my interest now that Momoshiki is coming up and saying, "Hey, that thing we talked about, it's around the corner." So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the building of Kawaki and how he's showing his emotions, and he's realizing that, hey, you're powerful. You're probably like the strongest person in the village now that Naruto and Sasuke are being decommissioned. You don't necessarily need to listen to what they're saying, but you still need to take it with a grain of salt. And I think the last chapter, it kind of gave me an idea as to what's going to happen in the time skip. I don't necessarily think that Kawaki is going to be evil. I
Yeah,
just
I've
think that
said that
he's
too.
trying to protect the village in his own way, and he's actually, even when you look at the Himawari arc, he's actually bonding with persons. He's loving the Leaf Village. So I like that he's trying to get them to understand that, hey, Amado is sus, right?
Always.
You can't trust this dude, right? The whole thing that's happening with Boruto and the karma, and then that whole hidden thing that's going on with him killing Boruto and they lying. I think that's gonna come out where persons are gonna realize that he's the one who actually killed Boruto. So I'm really, really enthused as to what's going on in the manga right now. To be honest, I'm really excited to see what Code is gonna do with that Ten Tails army,
Yep.
because yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I really actually want him to showcase his power, and like Damon bodied the dude in the one before. I think it was chapter 71. So I
Demon.
want to see the interaction with like Damon and Ada when they come to the village, how all of that's gonna play out. So the story is fire now. It's getting to the meat of the matter. So I'm really, really hyped to see what's gonna happen.
All right. William, what I say? What do you think? What did you think about the last chapter and going forward?
Um, it was pretty good, pretty good. The end was really surprising. Like the fact that whoever is writing this series came up with that idea, like it's not new in a way because in
Yeah,
the
we've seen it
original
before.
series
Yeah.
we got like okay something similar with the Ten Tails breaking off pieces, but the fact like the way Code utilized his power in that way, that was cool. Um, I'm curious why he would be able to have full control of all of them though. Like he added his chakra. I could understand that in terms of the belts, but does him adding his chakra alone with his new added power give him enough strength to be able to control all of them?
That's the thing I wasn't sure
Or
about because I was
would
wondering,
he do that?
considering how it was shown, when one of them went through the markings and thing. Bog was the only one that was surprised. I was wondering if Code was the one controlling it. So I'm like, but I'm not really sure. I'd have to wait until.
If he doesn't have any control, it would be a weird scene because, like, if we interpret the scene as, yeah, he had it go through to test to see if it would work. If the ten-tailed creature just did it off its own, then that is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Um, because no other ones like attacked each other, so he must have some control, and that is what I'm saying. Like it's kind of weird in a way because okay, I understand him using his power to manipulate their space to make them smaller,
yeah,
but would that allow him to control them? Because if he didn't control them, then they could easily just attack him right now.
true, very true.
It was a cool thing that happened there. Everything else I liked it pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, Anybody thinks that Hinata is gonna end up getting killed?
Um.
I mean, Boruto is gonna lose everything, is what Momoshiki said. Would that just be the village getting attacked and a lot of random people dying?
Noted.
Ye-
Noted.
I'm actually, to be honest, I'm scared, bro. I'm gonna tell you why I'm scared, because when Momoshiki said to him that, you're going to be losing everything that you hold dear, to the point where you don't even want to live, bro. Like, to be honest, I'm totally, even though it's gonna hurt, I'm totally fine if like Naruto or even Hinata dies.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Himawari and like, to be honest, I'm really, really scared, because it goes back to what Kishimoto was saying. They said that, everybody from in the series is up for grabs. Like, the dude can pretty much kill anybody he wants. right? So and then they told you that this series is supposed to be darker than Naruto and bloodier. So I'm excited and scared because there's some characters that I really don't want to die. But I mean, if they do kill him for the impact of it, then I can understand. But
As long as the build up is
yeah,
decent, you know, that me business boats.
right, right, and they don't die in any like crappy way, then
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. To kind of backtrack just a bit. Kyle,
Ew.
yo, as the outside Boruto fan, the outside Boruto viewer, if we can put it that way there. As an outside person looking in, like, given everything we've put on the table in terms of concerns and issues and things, like, what's your stance?
Uh, okay, so first and foremost, when it comes on to Japan, if you notice when them release them surveys or anything, it's only recently that us canon fodder can even vote on such things.
Like you
So
put it.
our concerns for any form of anime that they put out is little to nothing
Yeah.
to them, even if we are the bulk of the buyers. They don't care. It's their property. They do whatever the hell they want. However, to say that they completely ignore us, that would be. I don't think that would fly.
Yeah.
So here's what's happening. No, there's always that little lull before the storm, and I think that's what's happening based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
There's this setup, there's this build up, and then afterwards they give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But for me personally, whenever that happens within anime, I don't like hold on to anybody in particular. So what I believe that they're doing right now, when it comes down to the whole Boruto thing, they know that other giant IPs are coming out. Right? They can't ignore that. That's one thing. They know other giant IPs are coming out. The thing that I've noticed with Boruto is that they tend to not buy into the hype of everything. They
Mm-hmm.
wait until the hype is at a good enough level and then they release something amazing. So I think they're saying, all right, cool, all of these IPs are coming out. Let's give them something to end out the year. And then when next year, when we know say things kind of die down a little, let's blow up the internet with something incredible.
Yeah.
As far as me see it, when it comes on to Boruto, based on everybody that I've heard has died and everybody that's still there and whatnot. At the end of the day, I don't think any favorite characters are going to essentially die because dying in the Naruto world is like dying in the Dragon Ball Z world. It becomes inconsequential at some point. So I say, I think something big is coming. They're just biding their time, waiting. Once it comes, everyone will be shocked.
Alright. Alright. I like it. I like it. Guys?
Yeah, I
Um,
believe the same thing, bro. It's it's gonna happen because I'm still sticking to what the author said that this Boruto is supposed to be darker and bloodier than or OG Naruto. And I really want to see Kawaki's view, especially in the future with all the dangers and persons dying. I want to see his view on how he wants to protect what he loves. Because we all know he has the power now. And Kawaki doesn't really care because Kawaki didn't even blink when Boruto said, "Hey, do the dirt." So I want to see that tension between them. And the reason why I believe that's actually what's gonna happen is in the manga they had this thing where Boruto said to him that if they're having differences, they will fight it out and the winner, they'll go with what the winner wants to do. And then Boruto won the first fight. So I'm thinking, or at least in my mind, that's what's happening in the future.
Yeah.
Because you definitely heard him say that he's gonna send him where he sent the seventh. And we all know that he loves Naruto. I doubt that anything is going to change right now for him to hate Naruto. So I don't think we all know that. I don't think he killed him. More than likely, Naruto is either in some bad condition or there's this threat that Naruto definitely can't face, and this is his way of solving it. So I'm really, really excited. As Kyle said, there's going to be something that is coming that is either gonna shock all of us or something. But I'm all for it. I just want it to happen, or at least start to build up that way, so we can actually start to see what's coming.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead, William.
I think next year is gonna be the real big push, just like how last year was. And then expect 2024. If the time skip doesn't happen sometime next year, it's gonna be the same like 2019 and like this year. More than likely. uh, but one thing that Kyle said, though, and I'm not sure about, do you really think like that in Naruto is basically like how it's becoming Dragon Ball? Because other than the reanimation jutsu, when someone dies, to me, that is it.
Yeah, I don't think it reached Dragon Ball level, but in some way it's kind of inconsequential, especially if you look at the manga. We're this close, or seemingly this close to the time skip, but they still haven't really brought in most of the younger gen. So, in a way, yeah, it's inconsequential because most persons aren't really gonna care about some of the younger gen if they die. I think the more of the impact is gonna come like if the older gen dies. Um, but yeah, as you say, I really don't think it should reach Dragon Ball level based on the fact that you can pretty much wish the whole planet or the whole universe back. So
Well,
yeah,
true.
I don't think it's quite there as yet. But I do believe, or I do agree with him when he says that most of the deaths are going to become inconsequential.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it. Um, wow. Words up, words up, words up. You know what just came to mind in general? We were just dishing out other series that Boruto has to quote unquote compete with for next year. I'm totally forgetting that Attack on Titan's coming back.
Oh shit.
You guys are really excited for that?
I listen. I am. I don't care what nobody says. I'm interested to see the madness, especially to see how the fans are going to either bitch or and
No,
complain.
just push that back. Unless I don't even understand. Like, unless each episode is gonna be like a movie and an hour long, and they're gonna put in fill and stretch things out. I don't understand why we had to wait until next year.
Well, yeah. The
Money, that's why.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be the same if they released it this year? Like,
No.
would other
No.
series really draw attention from Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Really, you really
Yes.
believe that?
Yes.
Like Chainsaw Man. Like if Chainsaw Man is coming out on let's say a Sunday and Attack on Titan is coming out, you really obviously will be coming out at different times. But do you think like for example if Chainsaw Man shows first, people are gonna just come off or don't go and watch Attack on Titan and Attack on Titan won't overpower anything else on Twitter and online?
Here's the thing about humans now, and listen very carefully, right? Say for instance, you're standing in a field of trees, beautiful. It's autumn. Everything is orange and whatnot, and the leaves are falling, and you're like, "Oh, that's really pretty." But then you look up at the sky and see a freaking plane crash. It explodes, blows up, and drops out of the sky. And then on the other side, there's like 6 meteorites falling from the sky. Tell me,
what? What is with this
are you
example?
going to remember? Which one are you going to remember? Which one
Yeah,
are you
Yo.
going to remember?
pretty much humans love chaos. So
I see your point. Like too many distractions. If there's
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be there, and people are like, oh yeah, but they're going to compare. They're definitely going to compare it to the last anime that happened. Oh, a great fight scene, but this anime had a better one. Like, okay, yeah, that's true. You get me? So yeah. So it's all about strategic planning and strategic release when it comes on to making a spectacle, because people are easily distracted.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But either way, because I've actually read the manga and know how it ends, I'm more excited to see most of the depiction in the anime form, and I want to see, like, I'm actually going to be online seeing persons' reactions to certain things that's coming out in the last part of the season.
Oh,
But
as you mentioned that
yeah, it's
paradox, have you checked out any of the anime only ending the AOE multi timeline theory videos for AOT?
yeah, I've seen a few of them, but all right, here's the thing with me, like, yeah, if the author did it a certain way, and a lot of fans are gonna bitch and moan about it and pretty much don't like it, that's fine. I will go ahead to see, like, what other persons thought of the ending, and the ending could have been done better or whatever, but ultimately to me it's not going to change how it already ended. 'Cause
Hmm.
even if they do release an alternative ending, to me it's still not gonna really matter. Yeah, I might say, oh, all right, that ending was better, but the impact of it was already gone,
Yeah.
right? So it would have been better if they had done it in the manga before, and then like other persons. But if even if they do put out better endings, or somebody has a theory on a better ending, I'll just check it out just for the fun of it. But the impact for me is just already gone, too much.
Um. Well, I'll say based on how I've been interpreting a lot of the anime only ending theories or multi timeline, quadruple timeline theories, is
You've
that
gone down the rabbit hole, haven't you?
yeah, listen to me, it's crazy. But I did watch a video, like a very concise one. It was like 16 minutes, which probably put the
Compared
AOE theorists like
compared to what
theories.
the 101, 2 hour videos.
The one was more so that I sent you. Did I send it to you? It was just mostly on Aaron,
Yeah,
basically.
you said
But yeah,
it.
but there are some 101 ones, whatever. But yeah, this 16-minute one that I watched was pretty concise, to the point, explained the whole multi timeline thing. My opinion on it is this: I didn't really have much of a problem with the ending. Like, I did reviews and reactions to those chapters when they came out. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't super good, but it was okay to me. So for me, if they kind of flesh things out for the manga ending a bit more, I'm on board with that. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
And personally, I actually think a lot of anime only watchers are gonna actually love it. Crazy enough. But I was also saying to somebody since last week that if they do the anime only ending theory, the multi timeline thing, and then you really, if they do it and it was intentional on Isayama's part, I think it's gonna cement Attack on Titan as like one of the best things ever. And I think it already is, but I can't recall, based on my interpretation of the theories that I've seen, I don't think I know any other series that has done something like that. But that's just me.
Tokyo Ghoul? Didn't Tokyo Ghoul do something like that?
It's
Manga ending different from the anime one?
not no.
Was
Or was it the entire story?
It's not
You know,
just
I
the.
get convoluted.
It's not
I
just the
think that
idea
was
of
just a
having.
downgrade.
What you say, William?
I think there was the problem with that is that they dropped the ball with the art and animation and budget, just like Seven Deadly Sins, and then rushed a lot of stuff and skipped stuff. I don't think they changed anything.
Hmm.
But to me, if the people behind Attack on Titans anime do that, dude, I'm calling BS, bro, because that would just be retarded. Like, just do what you're doing, whether people like it or not. That is how it. That is how the story went in the manga. Don't do no retarded stupidness.
Let's see.
Yo, that to me that would be an insult, like for real.
Hold on.
No, said
Because I doubt I'm
so.
really communicating it. So what I'm gonna do, well, yeah, I'd sent somebody recently. So I'm just gonna drop the link to that theory video in the general chat channel. And then when you guys pre, I guess the next time we talk or whatever, you can tell me what you think. If you don't mind spoilers, of course. If you don't mind spoilers.
Spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoilers.
Naturally. So I mean, no, I don't think no Demon Slayer for fall, right? Right, Kyle? No, right?
Nah, Demon Slayer is
No,
like
no.
past its prime now.
No,
It
you
was
think
cool
so?
when it was cool. Yeah, I mean, all right. Oh, well, no, yeah, you're right. I'm only saying that from a manga fan perspective because I've read the manga and it, concluded and stuff like that. But yeah, the anime still has a lot of fire stuff to go. When is it coming out though?
That's what
I
I'm saying.
haven't
It's not
seen any news
fall. Is
about
it,
it.
Kyle?
No. Them say next year.
Next year,
Next
alright.
year.
We're not really sure. I'm expecting summer into fall of next year.
Ooh, quite a
That's what I'm
time.
expecting. Because
No,
a lot
big
of,
deal for it to be
what
like Halloween time. That would be good.
Oh,
You know
true.
what I
I
want them to
realize
do?
with Demon Slayer they like to release it at the same time Attack on Titans released for some reason. I don't know why. If you check the records, you notice the same trend. But yeah.
I want to see. I hope they release it when Jujutsu is released, because I would want to see you know, the battle of the fans between it, because I think the next JJK arc is gonna be the Shibuya arc, which is gonna be crazy.
Yo, I hear people hyping that up to Kingdom Come, brother. Like the best thing
Bro.
since sliced bread.
I'm telling you, fam, the Shibuya arc, because I mean, when persons watched the first season that came out already, persons were like, yo, like JJK like totally blew my mind. I wasn't expecting that. Just wait until the Shibuya arc comes, fam. There's gonna be some crazy things, like like the whole Shibuya arc from start to finish
Yeah.
is just pure carnage, mayhem, fight. It's
Bruh.
just gonna be epic. That's so, and I know that this next season of Demon Slayer should be something along that line, but I would love to see if they release both of them the same time. What would happen? Because I'm telling you, like JJK, especially where it's reached now in the manga, is gonna be one of the awesome animes to talk about further down.
Bro, as far as I can see, with all the madness that's to drop, it just seems like Twitter just won't be able to. Twitter probably just crash. Twitter, Crunchyroll, everything just gonna crash. As far as me see.
Yo, One Punch Man season 3.
Yeah, well then again.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't butcher it like season 2. So.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
what
I
I was
don't think season 2 was butchered. It just wasn't as good as season 1 visually.
No, season 2 was not bad. It's just that it wasn't as well animated for obvious reasons. If they got back everybody from season 1, cool. They didn't. That sucks, but the story and stuff was still good, and what they did as best they could in the short time.
Yeah.
But season 3, yo,
Bruh.
And then Mob Psycho season 3 is coming out.
Oh,
so don't forget.
oh,
oh,
man.
yes,
Legend.
Kyle, thank you so much for bringing that up, bro. Mob Psycho is crazy, fam. I'm telling you. That's on my list.
yeah.
I have to see that. Mob Psycho is awesome.
So much
One of the
hype.
greats.
I wonder,
Legend.
do you guys like watch like one-off? And well, I wouldn't really say it's one. Yeah, it would technically be one-offs. 'Cause there are some cool one-offs that are coming out next year. I think, is it next year that Taite Kubo's Burn the Witch is coming out?
I mean,
Nah,
they
bro,
did
nah.
do no, they did a anime adaptation or movie adaptation already.
yeah, no, it was like boy, that thing, boy. It was last year, or the year before they released like 5 to 6
thing.
episodes.
Yeah.
They released 5 to 6 episodes of it, and I didn't vibe with it. If you did, cool.
For me, Burn the Witch, like, I respect the hustle. I respect the creative hustle and creative, output from Kubo. But it was alright for me.
Burn the what?
Burn the Witch.
Burn the Witch.
But my problem was like, it's supposed to be set in the Bleach universe same way. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
the thing.
yo.
Like Harry Potter. It's basically Harry Potter in the Bleach verse. Basically, they have the magical realm and then the Muggle human realm. A lot of stuff from those episodes didn't make sense to me, and because they didn't make sense, I couldn't get into it. I can't recall them now because it's been like over a year, but a lot of it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, totally get you, bro. Like, ugh. But I mean, speaking of Kubo, still, I assume, well, probably with exception of Kyle, everybody here has read his Breaths from Hell continuation of Bleach, the first
Nope.
chapter.
I've
Nope.
heard about it, but I haven't pre it as yet. It's
Bruh.
on my list to pre, but I haven't
It
checked it
came
out.
out last year, right?
Yeah, last year this time actually.
Yeah, nah, bro. I was saying maybe I'll read it. I never got to.
Bruh. All I'm saying is that with everything that's coming off of Bleach, Bleach looks like it can go on next, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7
Jesus
years
have
if them good.
I mean, for Bleach, I would probably give it like, well, if it's gonna be like a full, like, every week an episode comes out, then I would say maximum 4 years,
Yeah.
based on what I see. But if they split it, then yeah, it can go that long. But Thousand Year Blood War arc is gonna be awesome.
Definitely, definitely. I just hope they drop some
Wait,
more lore.
yeah, what do you think about Hunter x Hunter?
Bruh,
The content.
I'm so- I'm sorry. Everyone, I have not watched Hunter x Hunter. People keep asking, and I was like,
You
no,
see-
bruh. I haven't.
Every couple weeks, me said to him, watch Hunter, man. Watch
Yeah,
it.
you need to watch it, bro.
Bruh,
Shut
I
up and
know,
watch it.
I know, but we just, I just haven't, dog. I just haven't.
I think it's like
TV,
less than
I got
100
the first
episodes
50
now.
episode. Well, 162 to be. But
106, yeah.
that's besides the point. Watch the damn thing.
Listen,
It's,
I,
it's a
me,
great
it
watch.
woulda-
It's a great watch.
Goes
I know as
fast and
as
you're
a
the one that-
Yu Hakusho fan, I know it's going to be good. But
But yeah, I think I want to see what he plans to do with it, because I mean, it's so there isn't really any manga content. I think he's just gonna continue it now, but there's always this little uneasiness to actually see what the continuation is going to be like, especially seeing that he's stopped for so many years.
yeah, I mean, given his health and thing, I know you guys are getting
Yeah.
chapters now. Well, ish, I suppose, but ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, dog.
Hiatus is actually longer than how many manga
Yeah.
manga chapters he's released. Like I'm like, my God.
What's actually wrong with his health, though? In all seriousness,
I think
because
it's his
I've
back
heard
and
it's
wrist,
back
I think.
issues.
I'm not even sure though. They just said that he wants rest or stuff like that. I don't think they like told us what specifically is wrong with him.
For years, I've been hearing back pain. Whenever King of Lightning made a video, he said back pain. So I'm guessing it's common knowledge that he has back problems.
Yeah.
And from my experience, back pain can be, yo.
John.
And the wrist pain, and with what he does, that's understandable. In all honesty, he should probably do like Boruto and Dragon Ball Super and get somebody who can write and draw.
No, draw. He definitely has to
Draw.
write.
No, draw. Somebody who can
his
draw, and he
Fiance,
just
I believe, is his
he
assistant.
just gives them the scripts. Does he writes the story, or he has them write it if he can't write it from the pain, and that is it.
These are very proud people, you know. So it would have taken him to the grave before he passes the pen.
Just hope it doesn't become like Berserk.
Hopefully not.
The thing about there's like a lot of good anime and mangas out there that the writers are like sick or not feeling so well and stuff like that, and it kind of does affect the show, because there's this one going on right now. I don't know if you guys watched it. What's the name of it again? With where like they have neighbors and they're fighting like some celestial aliens from a different dimension, and they have this like fake body. I'm sorry.
World Trigger?
World Trigger. World Trigger is like fire, but I fell off with the manga because the manga just stopped coming out for a while because the author keeps getting sick.
Jeez.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but
Yeah, man, that good, very good.
Yeah, but there are a lot of good series out there that can actually have a good anime or adaptation that would be really fire. But I don't know, like the Japan, like these companies in Japan that do the animation and stuff like that, like they treat their workers really, really bad, bro.
Mm,
Deadlines are crazy. But yeah, that's just the only issue I have with like persons or series that have writers who have like long hiatuses. It's not like Black Clover where you know Tabata is like the goat right now. So we're just waiting
ah,
to see
boy.
what's going on with that and what's gonna happen with the anime. I don't think the anime is gonna stop forever. They're just waiting.
Yeah. Um. Speaking of Black Clover, I'm expecting to get like a proper movie trailer by Jump Festa, based on how things are going. Cause I was,
Not even sure,
to be honest, I would
bro.
expect Black
Cause
Clover anime wise to come back maybe around late, if at best probably late next year.
yeah, or probably like this current arc when it's reached like halfway or close to ending, I would say. If not until it ends, because this arc right now is like I feel like everybody's like, especially with the recent revelations of what's happening. I feel like a lot of persons are gonna get bodied this arc because everybody's saying, "Oh, Black Clover is like fairy tale. Nobody dies and this," and then you find out that hey, the Wizard King has been manipulating the time all this time. So yeah, he's gonna be the ultimate villain right now. So we're just waiting to see what's happening there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm up to date with Black Clover, so I'm definitely enjoying these last few chapters more so than the last tidbit of the Spade Kingdom. I don't know. It just eh, eh. So I'm definitely enjoying this. Looking forward to seeing where it's going to go. No predictions though. No predictions.
It's kind of a moot point right now because you were just waiting and watching to see. But the main thing is this fall is gonna be awesome. That's all I wanna say. This fall going into winter next
Yeah.
year is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, true,
It's just
true.
too much anime. There's just too much anime. I can't keep up. I can't keep
Yeah, we
up.
need to start getting paid more to watch anime or something, man. This is not fair.
I'll give it a few more years.
Yeah, why at this rate? Considering I'm almost at video 1,000. Yeah, a few more years sounds about right,
Holy mother of Christ.
bruh. It's not even exaggeration. Like, let me see. I'm sure I've gone over 900 videos. Have I? Hold on.
Yeah, that's how it is, bro. Just have to keep building. Remember when found your channel, we were like at less than 500, I think.
Bro, we were at probably less than
And
400.
yeah, I know we were like what 1,000
Yeah,
plus.
almost
So
Just
1,800.
approaching like 200 videos. I'm just approaching that.
Bruh.
So,
yeah, it's just building, and one thing I like is I love that more Jamaicans are having channels now because I love supporting Jamaican creators when it
Yeah.
comes to like anime and stuff like that. So yeah, make your voice be heard, bro. Don't be scared, even though you have probably 1,000 videos and it's not going as fast as you think it would, but
Trust me.
it's gonna reach there. Trust me.
Well, definitely, man. That's definitely still subscribe to Vari, to Kyle here, man. If you aren't subscribed already.
Oh, cool. Let me check his channel right now.
Let's drop.
there's a
You
new
said the name of the
Pokemon,
channel
right?
is Vari.
Yeah, Vari Studios TV. EAI. It's supposed to be on my. I think. I don't. Yeah, it's supposed to be on my profile when I click it. Oh, I should remove some of these things.
But guys, I'm heading out. I have to get up early for work.
Yeah. Respect for coming out as per usual, William.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was cool. Because I don't think I've been on a lot this year because of stuff, busy and stuff.
Yeah, man. Hey, Paradox, William. Hopefully we are hope for December. We can do that 5 hour. Go 5 hours like what 2 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was awesome.
that was
Yeah, I remember that one.
that was wild, brother.
But yeah, seeing that I'm more settled now, I'm gonna be popping on a lot more. I
Yeah.
actually gonna start my channel, but I'm gonna start something next year though.
Yeah. All right. Definitely. You
Um,
know, if I drop the link and
yeah,
thing there.
man, I'm gonna. It's not gonna be like this one because this is like just my fun account that I, just vibe with everyone. But I'm gonna start a official anime channel next year
Yeah.
in January. But I'll definitely let you guys know what's up, and we're definitely gonna collab on some videos because I have this crazy idea that I want to explore. But when I'm more settled down, I'll get more into it.
All
The
right.
family thing is crazy, fam.
Always open to it, bro.
Cool. But yeah, so hopefully this end of year, hopefully a lot of stuff happens. So we could have a big talk.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, to be honest, given that we've been going for like what 2.5 hours for this stream, to be honest, like if anything medium size happens, I'm sure that will be enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dudes. Hopefully you enjoy. But no, September starts in about an hour, 2 hours. So hopefully you guys have a good September and your August was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Peace
Will.
out.
All right, yeah,
Peace out.
man,
All right,
William.
be safe, bro.
Alright. So, dogs, I guess the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. We've kind of gone over a lot of stuff for the stream already. Oh, Paradox, One Piece. You were into One Piece, right?
Me and One Piece has a sticky
Boy.
background. I'm into it. I'm caught up with the manga and stuff like that. But there was like a while that I just zoned out of One Piece.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like doing anything for like One Piece fans or I'm against them or anything. It's just that when I started One Piece, it was like so much episodes. I kind
Yeah.
of just skipped. Yeah, I just skipped out a lot in the beginning, and then when I was like, I think it was like last year, year before last year, I actually started to catch back up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm up to date with it though, but it's not something that I'm
Super
all
passionate
that
about.
into. Yeah, you see me. So yeah.
I totally get it. The main thing I just wanted to ask you guys is just like, for a series like One Piece that's basically entering its final saga, like, what do you think about that? Like, in terms of, I guess, Oda's work ethic, I mean, finally getting to the final quote unquote saga after all this time, and how you think just the anime community in general will feel once this ends in about, I'd give it about 5 years actually, but yeah.
Based on the reviews that I've seen so far, yeah, I would say about that time frame. Knowing Oda and his arcs are usually long, so I would give it about 3 to 5 years thereabout. Anywhere after 3 years would be good of it ending,
Yeah.
because I think there are quite a few things that still needs to be flushed out.
Yep.
So we're still on that journey for quite a while, even though it's in the last saga
Yeah.
of it. So I'm actually looking forward to it, how it ends, because we pretty much figure out most of what's happening with Luffy and how his fruit works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm here for the ride, so we definitely can talk about it going forward.
Kyle? What about you? Still with me, Kyle? I'm probably gonna piss.
One Piece needs to end.
You know what I'll say about that is, and it's kind of like like you said, silver lining. The bad thing about One Piece ending, like for the persons that are probably just waiting for it to end before getting into it, is that whatever the One Piece really is, it's just going to be all over social media, I think.
Yeah, it will. It
And
has
it
a
would be quite
really
funny.
large following.
Would would be funny if One Piece pull a Boruto or a Naruto or whatever. we call it
No
these
two
days,
piece,
and
no
it's
two
just like,
piece.
yoinks! Two Piece.
Listen, the memes would be
Like, God damn it.
ridiculous.
And then the man said, "Oh, we're looking for another 20 odd years." I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool, peace."
It would be cool though if they did like some like side side shows you call it, or prequels or stuff like that. Because if they showed us what happened during like the King of Pirate days before he died and stuff like that, that would be kind of fun. And I know that a lot of the One Piece fans would be down for that.
I think honestly, maybe the anime studio might take it upon themselves, and then that's when One Piece will, similar to like Boruto and Dragon Ball, transition to being quote unquote corporate. But until then, to be honest, I think after One Piece, I don't think Oda is going to do any long series. He might do some one shots, but honestly, I think he might just do some. Yeah, I think that just might be it. Honestly, I mean, he's been, based on what I've heard throughout the years, he's been planning and everything One Piece from he was in high school apparently. So that's it. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if you guys have any final things to say.
Not really. It was cool being back on the stream. Hope to be on a lot more now. Now that I'm more settled. It's been like a year odd, if not longer. But
Yeah.
anime for life, basically.
All right, Kyle. Patrick, I see the comments in the chat. I see it. I don't worry, I see it. But yeah, Kyle, that's it.
God, but next month I'm going to be overwhelmed. That's all me I say.
Don't worry, brother. September, the prep.
Anime for life. Yeah. I already have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, and including a Bleach video as well. But that's more like a discussion thing. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to everything that's coming.
Alright, well, that's pretty much it then, guys. Respect for coming out. Call me Shotio. And Paradox, bro, yo, congrats again on the fam. Hope everything's going well.
Thanks, bro. Adult life is
it's
not an easy life, but
it sucks.
I'm here for it. Yo. So, but thanks, bro.
Kyle, remember I said we are waiting on the twins, them, no brother.
I'm going with that. One.
One is hard enough, bro. 2 at the same time? Nah.
No.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, bro.
Yo, just
and say, you know what? May I write your name on a birth certificate and say, see your baby father.
No.
You know, the funny thing is, he's saying that you're gonna get the twins. What would be so funny if Sanjay gets the twins?
Bro, listen, if I do, I'm gonna call Kyle right away. Say, yo, dog, it happened. It reversed.
It's fun though, to be honest. It's fun.
Laugh at you every day, I swear.
Tell you. But yo, thanks. Respect for coming out. Definitely looking for a reason with you guys again.
Alright, cool. Later, bro.
Yeah, boy. No. Alright, so that's pretty much it, peeps. Thanks for coming out. Hopefully YouTube doesn't block this stream once it goes up, because in the beginning when we were reacting to a lot of those anime trailers, they were giving me like a notification like, yo, copyright, yada yada, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, respect for coming out, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome September, and I'll see you for the next subscriber stream at the end of September. So yeah.